Hello everybody, it's the American Doofus Show. I'm your host Barry Welsh. Don't be a doofus. What you just saw was from Louisville, Kentucky. It was from the 25th of September. It is an example of a consequence of the Breonna Taylor decision. It's the weekly wrap. I wanted to start with that video because it's going to empower police that have brutality in them. It's going to empower them that there will not be consequences for their actions. Please subscribe, hit the notification so you'll know when we're on. Hit the like button if you would please, and share the show. The Breonna Taylor decision came out last week, this past Thursday, and of course the weekly wrap, we talk about what happened in the past week and what we expect or anticipate in the coming week. And the Breonna Taylor decision, one officer, Officer Sergeant Brett Hankinson, was charged with 3 counts of wanton endangerment for firing into apartments surrounding Breonna Taylor's apartment. There were no charges on the death of Breonna Taylor. And yet the city of Louisville settled a wrongful death lawsuit for $12 million. If there was a wrongful death, then why is no one held accountable? Just a question. What you saw was from Louisville. Again, it was from September 25th. I was asked to share that, to get it out there to the internet, get it out there to the world. Louisville police are still doing the same thing. The guy was arrested, he was detained, and some officer was punching him in the face as another officer, it appeared, another officer was trying to stop him. We need to change. We need to change our entire system, including how we select police officers. In my opinion. Also, General Delta Jango was supposed to be on Friday live, and that did not happen. We did get a brief conversation in. I showed some of that yesterday in the show, and I'm going to have some of it tomorrow as well. I'm going to be live tomorrow night. I'm going to be live at 8 o'clock Monday night, and I'm going to show a little bit more of the Delta Jango interview. And then Wednesday, tentatively, we've got it set up so Wednesday, he and I are going to sit down and talk. And if I can get it arranged, if I can make it work on my end with technology, then we'll do it live. Otherwise, I'll have an excellent recorded interview with him, which will be up as soon as we finish. And I'm really looking forward to that, and much respect for General Delta Jango giving me a second opportunity to sit down and talk with him. The Breonna Taylor decision caused unrest all around the country. It caused violence in some areas. Louisville has remained peaceful. Not much has happened. There's some accusations of broken windows, and actually, a Kentucky state representative was arrested, and the charges are she was going to burn down a library. And if you know anything about this Kentucky state representative, she was not going to be doing that at all. It seems, just some observations from things that happened the past week. It seemed like there was a lack of strategy in Louisville. It seems like there's not a leader per se. And the younger generation, their concept, a lot of them is there are no leaders, everyone's a leader. And that, that might come from the participation trophy idea that everybody, I don't want to sound like the old fucker on the porch, but back in my day, if you weren't good enough, you didn't play. And that means no disrespect, everybody be leaders, okay, whatever. But it's hard to determine strategy that way, and it's hard to accomplish things without strategy. It's hard to accomplish things without a common goal and a way to get there. And there is strength in numbers. And at one point in the park in Louisville yesterday, which was the intention, was to occupy the park, they had the numbers to basically overwhelm the police if they so chose. That was never the objective, but at one point they had the numbers. National Guard was ready just a couple of blocks away. Kentucky State Police also ready. But they divided themselves, and half of them marched to a church, and the other half, a few, not near enough, a few stayed in the park, and others just simply left and went home. I'm not telling anybody how to protest. It's just an odd strategy. And marching to a church where you're going to have a standoff again with police, and one thing you're accomplishing is you're putting dollars into the police officers' pockets because they are all getting a massive amount of overtime. Maybe you're wearing them out. Maybe that's the strategy. I don't know. But it's heartbreaking to see Louisville in the same position it's in, and to see the video we started this weekly wrap with to show that nothing has changed in Louisville, and it's questionable whether anything will. We're still going to keep an eye on Louisville, of course, but gosh, Grandmaster Jay of the NFAC, he's trying to unite the entire black nation, and I don't know if I ever fully grasped how difficult that really truly would be to accomplish. But when I see communities that don't have unity, that can't unite amongst themselves, it certainly is a daunting task to try to unite a whole black nation. Another thing that came out of this past week was I heard a minister speak in Louisville, and the minister said it's time for two of my favorite groups to come out that haven't come out. It's time for the grannies and the gangsters. I don't know exactly what was meant by that. I've got a pretty good idea, but until there's some sort of unification and some sort of direct goal, I don't think you want to call the gangsters out. Granny's okay, but if the gangsters come out, they're not coming out to play. The week ahead, next Saturday, there will be, the NFAC will be holding a formation in Lafayette, Louisiana. Tomorrow night on the live, I'm thinking about, because next Saturday also Kenosha, Wisconsin, the Angry Viking is going to be there. And I know somebody in Kenosha, Wisconsin. I know a couple of people that will be live streaming. I don't know anybody in Lafayette, Louisiana. It's a 15-hour drive for me to go down there and live stream. But I'm considering possibly doing it. A lot of it depends on economics. And tomorrow night on the live, we'll have a chance to talk about it. It'll be a super chat, so you'll have a chance to support the show too. And you can support the show by becoming a member Basic membership is like $2.99 a month, and it goes up to the top level, which is like $49.99 a month, and you get to host the show amongst some other things. And memberships aren't required, of course. It doesn't change your experience. It just will give some perks to those that are members. And yesterday I showed the American Doofus Girl. Showed the if you didn't see that episode, go back and look. There was a march of Black unity, First and Second Amendment unity in Austin, Texas, and they went marching by where she was standing and chanting Black Power, and the look on her face was priceless. So go back and check that out. So again, what we've got coming up this week: General Delta Jango of the NFAR will be talking Wednesday night, and I'm going to be live tomorrow night. And the week ahead, we'll be talking about what's going to happen in Lafayette, Louisiana, when the NFAC has their formation there, and also what happens in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Kenosha is only about a 5-hour drive. But again, if I can find out there are going to be some live streamers in Lafayette, then I'll probably head up to Kenosha to get some live footage. But we'll talk about that tomorrow night on the live. I'd like to have your opinions on it, and you know, I don't go down and read the comments. YouTube sends me some comments every once in a while, and I want to thank again General Delta Jango for his understanding, as I did get his comment. So it's the American Doofus Show. Spread that video at the start of it around. Things aren't getting any better in Louisville. I'm your host, Barry Walsh. Don't be a doofus. I love y'all. See you tomorrow night live at 9 o'clock. It's the weekly wrap.